So as some of you know, the S650 has some different components on it than the S550. But some of those components are located in the front suspension. And we offer several kits to take your S550 or your S650 to a whole nother level. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the lateral and tension links found on the front of the S550 and S650 Mustangs. Now, what do they do? Why do you have two of them? Well, you've got two because it helps reduce the NVH. If you remember the Fox body days, you just had one big, large A-arm connected in the rear and in the front. But these cars have come so much further than the Fox body days. They're true sports cars that handle really well. So we'll talk about the tension link first. The tension link is connected to the spindle and it's connected to your front K-member here. Now, the reason why it's connected in the front and it's angled to the back is to provide stability. Stability when going straight and during hard braking. It's not going to allow your wheel to turn or deflect. By putting it at an angle here, you've got more leverage over it, which means you've got more control, and it's something you immediately feel when you're in these newer cars. You might ask yourself, what is this plastic piece here? Now, if you have a performance pack, what that does is allow air to come underneath the front bumper through this channel, hit this, and push the air to the center of the rotor, whereas it's spinning, the air comes out through the vanes. It does a good job of help cooling your brakes, but that's something that's only found on the PP cars, which is one of the reasons why we make a kit to upgrade your Mustang. Now, some of these cars, because these came out in 2015, have been on the road for 10 years. You live up north, you got all four seasons, you got crappy roads with potholes, you might start hearing a clunk in the front of your car. That's a sign that your tension link might be wearing out. Also, if your steering suddenly feels a little floaty, especially on the gas and under braking, that can be a sign of a worn out ball joint here at the spindle or a bad bushing here at your K-member. Now, some people might think it's actually a warped rotor. You ever have a warped rotor and you hit the brake pedal and it kind of gives you that pulsating a little bit? It could actually be your front tension link. Same thing, it's trying to provide stability, but as your factory bushing over time starts to wear, you start to get some deflection and it could actually feel like a warped rotor when really it's your front tension link. Now moving to the rear, we're gonna focus on your lateral link. And that does exactly what it says. It provides lateral stability, especially when turning your wheel and in the corners. This is going to make sure it keeps a really good contact patch for your tires during hard cornering. Think of it as lateral acceleration, right? Lateral G's. That's what this lateral link does. It connects to the spindle down here and to the K-member up here. Now, when these start going bad, you're gonna start to feel a little sloppiness in your steering wheel. You might also get some more body roll or decreased cornering stability when these start to go bad. In the rear, on the PP cars, they come with a higher durometer bushing here at the K-member mount, which is once again, gonna provide better stability, better cornering grip. So if you've got a base model GT and you're looking at upgrading, the PP arms do offer a good increase in performance and actually durability by helping keeping your brakes cool as well with that front brake deflector. So whether you've got worn out bushings or you're looking to increase performance on the front of your S550, our Steeda S650 premium lateral and tension links will help take your Mustang, even your S550s, to a whole nother level. And if you're lowered, we got something in store for that as well. Okay, now you can see things look a little bit different underneath this car. For everybody that thinks the S650, it's just a carryover the S550, it's really not. We've explained in the rear how things are different in a previous video. Now in the front, your front tension link and your lateral link, the biggest thing is they're out of aluminum. Where the S550, you have steel arms. With the S650, they went to lightweight aluminum arms. In fact, these front tension links are over 2.5 pounds lighter each in the front than the S550. But now in the rear, you see it's a little bit more beefier, and they added an extended ball joint. Now that's something we've been doing since the Fox body days with our X2 ball joints. Basically, when you extend the lower ball joint, you're correcting the front roll center. What that means is that's the axis in which the front of the car is going to roll on. When you lower a vehicle, you lower the roll center into the ground. The only reason the car doesn't roll as much is because you've increased the spring rate. By raising that front roll center, you give your car back the geometry that Ford intended, which then allows you to control body roll by increased spring rates or adjustable front and rear sway bars. So adding a set of S650 lateral and tension links to your S550, not only does it save just under 5 pounds, but it recorrects the front roll center, because we all know these cars came from the factory a little bit lower than the S650. So it's a win-win situation. You've got your brake cooling ducts, you're saving weight. This is unsprung weight, which means it's not being held up by your suspension springs. It's going to allow your suspension to react quicker over uneven surfaces, when you're throwing your car into a turn, things like that. So a huge win here, a really great product. Plus, like we said earlier, if you've got an older S550, this is a great way to not only upgrade it to S650 standards, but to possibly replace some of your worn and tired out ball joints and bushings. Now, if you've lowered your S550 or your S650, we do offer our Steeda replacement ball joint for this rear lateral link. And what that does is it gives you an extended ball joint to, once again, help correct that front roll center. Now, the beauty of these arms on the S650 is it's not a press out design, which is nice. You know, sometimes you press ball joints in or out a couple times, maybe you're gonna keep your car for a long time. That's eventually gonna wear out. But Ford, they redesigned the front of these, probably because you got steel going into aluminum, and you got this nice snap ring on the bottom. The other thing about our Steeda ball joint kit is it is greasable, meaning it is serviceable, and it's gonna offer you much more longevity and increased performance. And if you check out our YouTube page, we've got a video all about these ball joints, really breaking down what makes them different than the OEM and why they're a very key ingredient to adding to your vehicle for increased grip and traction once you lower it. Now, if you're looking to take your car to another level, these front tension links for the S650 come with a bushing, right? This is kind of a hydro-filled bushing here. It's gonna offer nice comfort, riding over bumps, uneven surfaces, things like that. But when you wanna take your car to the next level, we offer these spherical bearings. Now, if you have an S650 and you want to get rid of these front soft rubber bushings, we do offer a kit that allows you to press out this bushing and install our kit, which is a billet aluminum housing with a spherical Teflon lined bearing. It's going to give you much more precise handling, steering response under braking, because you're not going to get any of that mushy feel from the factory bearing. But if you don't want to have to replace that and press this out, we do offer the kits already with the bearings in place. Just go ahead and bolt on the brake ducts and you're good to go and good to hit the track. It's not just simply about taking parts off S650s and put them on S550s. We've actually been testing these on our number 20 car for over 6 months now. That includes Sebring, Daytona, Homestead, you name it. We've been out there hammering these components and they fit perfectly on these older cars, but they do give you a little bit added performance. As you can see, pretty straight install, and whether you've got an S550 that you want to upgrade to an S650 or an S650 that you're ready to take to a whole nother level, we have several kits that'll help you get exactly what you need. So hit like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and remember, Steeda, where speed matters.